Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Well, greetings and salutations to you, too. I'm Final Draft. I am the host of Everfree Network, and I'm here today to present to you the Everfree Northwest 2013 Voice Actors Panel. All right, so without further ado, and we're glad that everybody was able to cram in here. It's a good crowd. Why don't I introduce today's voice actors, Ms. Andrea Libman, Mr. Peter New,
Hello.
Ms. Michelle Krieber, and Andrew Francis. I know, it's like music you'd hear in like a cop show from like 92 or something,
I think they cut the music right when we started singing.
Oh, yeah. They were like, oh, we got to hear them.
End this.
True story, he was singing along behind stage. Peter knew that is.
Uh-huh.
You were. I saw you. You were
was
singing along.
He's always singing.
He's always singing.
That's nothing new.
That's nothing Peter knew.
Boom!
Anyway, all right, well, for those of you, who here, this is your first Brony convention? Show of hands.
Oh, look at that! Oh, wow!
Yeah. And it's definitely grown since last year. Everfree Northwest 2012 was awesome. This is like amazing awesome.
Can I ask a question? I shook hands with somebody like at the back of the line on my way up here. Are you in here? So not everybody got in. That was a huge line. I don't know. Still coming in.
Thanks.
He was texting something right then. I'm sure he didn't even hear you. Anyway, well, for those of you out there who have not officially been introduced to these voice actors, why don't you guys say who you are and who you voice?
Sure. My name's Andrea Libman, and I voice Pinkie Pie, Okie Dokie Loki, and Fluttershy. Yay.
My name is Tabitha St. Germain.
I think her voice sounds like that right now.
And I voice
Granny Smith.
no, my name really is Peter New, and I voice Big Macintosh. Yup.
I'm Michelle Krieber, and I play Apple Bloom. And aren't you going to stay for brunch?
My name is Andrew Francis, and I play Shining Armor.
That's right.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it.
That's right.
Twiley.
Twiley! Hey. No, somebody just dressed as Twiley. Close enough.
My first question is for you, Andrew. Have you thrown any Cadence cosplayers this convention? There's some guy walking around who has like a big foam Cadence.
I have to see that. Yeah, I heard.
I'm pretty sure it's actually aerodynamic, meant for throwing. But anyway.
No, yeah. I need to do a couple throws while I'm here. I need to find that Cadence and toss her, if you know what I mean.
Does anyone have a Cadence and a mattress? Anyone? You can set it up? No? No one brought a mattress.
There'll be a
here.
panel on Monday. No, anyway. Well, okay, so just a general question to start off then. Maybe, maybe introduce what your backgrounds are in voice acting, because you guys have all worked on other shows aside from My Little Pony, and a lot of people don't realize that you've been in the voices of some really, popular cartoons characters from earlier years. Like, for example, you voiced Madeline.
Is that true?
Anybody in here a Madeline fan?
Ooh,
There you go. There's always a few.
The little French girl. Yeah. That's the one.
Yep.
Do you remember the prayer at night? The thing. Say it, please.
We love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other.
On the spot. Look at that. On the spot.
And then, Peter, actually, a lot of people don't realize this, that you have done a lot of television work.
Yeah.
A lot of on-screen work. You've also been in a few movies, including Agent Cody Banks, which I found out yesterday Andrew Francis was in as well.
Yeah, the two of us. Yeah.
Yeah, not on the same day though.
Not on the same
we
day,
just found out
unfortunately.
each other were in that movie
Yeah,
yesterday.
I know. We had wait. You're in it too?
Yeah. That's my secondary claim to fame. You can't have my
That was
secondary
my
claim to fame.
secondary claim to fame.
Well, I thought the conversation was hilarious because Andrew's like, yeah, I'm the guy who threw her into the pool.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that
I
doesn't
threw
let
that
him into the
Frankie Muniz
CIA.
right in, and then he beat us all up. He was Agent Cody Banks. I mean, come on.
Peter, you also right now are voicing another character on a Hub Network television program, Littlest Pet Shop. You voice Neil.
I do. Sunil.
Any Pet Shop
Sunil
fans
the
here?
mongoose. Woo! I hate cobras.
Michelle, you've been on, actually on television a couple of times. You've been on Eureka. Yep. You've been in Supernatural. You were a ghost.
I got cut
I
from
died.
Supernatural.
Yeah, I think Peter was a little too scary for that show.
Yeah, I was too creepy.
Is that a good thing or
I'd
a
be
bad
frightened, you know.
But you also did a couple of made-for-TV movies, including Smart Cookies.
Yep.
And I think it was A Killer Amongst Us. Is that it? Yep. So
It's pretty good, Bernstein.
thing?
I remember
Yeah, I
things.
know. Look at this guy.
Check this guy
Pulling
out.
out all the.
I've done a
He
few of
did
these.
his homework.
And Andrew Francis, you've been in everything.
Nice. Nailed it.
It was funny, after, I think, Candlelight Gardens last year, he was like, yeah, I was in Flashpoint. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I did an episode of Flashpoint in Toronto. That was fun. Now the show's done, which is great. I got in before the end of the last season.
But you also do a lot of cartoon voices for a lot of other series. Can you maybe name off a couple?
Well, the new ones on Disney XD are Slug Terra and Max Steel. Fun shows, so watch them. I know they're on the Hub, unfortunately, but. And then, yeah, a lot of stuff. I mean, me and Andrea, we're sort of the OGs of Vancouver voice acting. Like, I think Andrea's probably the first person that I saw back in the day when we were like 9 or
8?
10
Yeah,
or
really
yeah,
young. You've
exactly,
known
like
each
really,
other
really
for a long
young.
time.
So, yeah, we've had a lot of time to sort of rack the credits up, which has been great. We're lucky.
Well-
I started later.
He's a late bloomer.
Don't talk.
Sorry, pros.
Take it back.
I think the funniest voice that I know of that any of you have done is actually Andrea. You voiced that evil doll in Sixth Day.
Yeah, isn't that random? An Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
A lot of people don't know that.
Me and Arnie.
Get to the chopper.
this.
Get to the chopper.
Well, anyway, getting back to My Little Pony, I guess it's just a general question, and I know it's been asked before, but I know these guys will want to hear it as well. Is there a line or a favorite line of one of your characters that, you know, if you have to get into that character that you default to think of it? Like, I've asked Lee Tokar
Think
this in
really
the
hard,
past.
Peter.
Do you mean?
Well, Peter,
I have
Let's
an
dig
answer for
deep.
this. Is there a line that you have to say in order to
well,
get
there's
into
that
your
too,
character
but
voice?
I know when it comes to your general line, you go through a whole meditation process.
I do for yup, yeah. I have
it
to.
takes a solid hour.
Yeah,
you know.
I have a good hour. I was actually, we have a VIP lounge here,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in there in lotus position
Yep.
prior to this panel for an hour, so that I could come here and say yup as often as I wanted.
Wow. Wow.
I know. It's my yeah. You'd
Well, you know, actually,
think I couldn't actually get into lotus position, and you'd be right.
I don't know. A lot of us saw you dancing last night, so.
I know. I can go up and down okay. It's when I crisscross
That was
I
not
start to-
planned. That was not planned. I felt something hit the back of my head, and then there he was, and I'm like, oh my goodness. This is what I have to deal with, honestly.
It's like that in sessions too, isn't it?
Is that how it is in the recording studio too? You're just trying to do your lines, and then suddenly Peter New's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not even in this episode.
You hear a heavy. You hear like
Who
a
let
heavy.
you in the building?
You need me to say yup today? No, usually you'll hear like a heavy breathing, and you look behind you, and it'll just be Peter.
But
The hell?
Yeah, friendly.
But friendly.
So I had
That
a
was
question
you,
once.
wasn't it?
No, but is there a line that for your characters that you default to? Because I asked this question once of Lee Tokar, who's the voice of Snips and Stephen Magnet, and he said that for him, when he gets into a voice, he thinks of one line. So for Stephen Magnet, for him, it was "my moustache." Do you guys have a line like that, for your characters? And I guess for Peter, I mean, obviously you have the.
Well, for Big Macintosh, the line is "yup," which is handy because that's mostly what I say. So.
But like for
Sunil. For Sunil, I mean, when I did the audition for Sunil, they wanted a slight Indian accent. And so I thought, okay, well, I'll try to do... I had just recently worked in Uganda teaching acting to East African students in Kampala for... Thank you. For a school run by the filmmaker Mira Nair, and which was an amazing experience. And part of what they do is they bring in experts in each of the main cinematic disciplines to teach students in those disciplines. And the sound guy was a good friend now named Belon Fonseca, who came from Bombay to teach sound students. But he would take me aside as we were in the production process of the 4 films that we made. He would take me aside periodically and say, Peter, you have to remember, the sound guy always comes last. And then he would walk away, and that would be it. But that's what I fall back on is this slightly sort of sad sack. Peter, the sound guy, and I find myself saying this in the studio. I said it like 4 or 5 times before our engineer, Adam McGee, finally looked at me like he needed an explanation. I said, oh yeah, no, not you.
Aw.
I just want to hear you say "sad sack" in that voice again.
Sad sack.
It's funny.
Well, but like for Andrea, do you find that when you're doing either a Fluttershy voice or a Pinkie Pie voice that you do a line or you get yourself in a certain mindset? Because I know you can switch between them quite quickly.
It's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is. I like. That was creepy.
Chimichurri, chimichanga, chimichurri, chimichanga, chimichurri, chimichanga. Chimichanga. I just, yeah. I know a lot of people do like have catchphrases, but I guess I don't know. I don't really. I just more kind of think about it, and I imagine more what the character's thinking. Like, so I don't use that method.
Yeah,
But
me
that's
neither.
just me.
Just more, we've really gotten to know our characters, so just kind of, it's very natural for us now.
Well, and speaking of your character has a southern accent, and you're from Canada. So where did your accent come from?
I don't know. I did a project when I was younger called Little Jake, and I was Little Jake, and he was this little southern boy, and I don't know, I have no idea where I got it from. But I think I might have met someone like when I was younger or something, but I have no idea. I'm serious. I have no idea where that came from.
Well, and I find it interesting too. You didn't mention this earlier, but you actually do the singing voices for both Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle. And for example, in the song in Hearts and Hooves Day, and also in other songs, you've switched between the voices. Did you have to practice singing in a southern accent, or is that just something that just came to you naturally?
No, I don't.
This is how they always are, by the way.
It's the norm.
This is one of the first things you learn about voice actors, is that if one of them makes a goofy noise, they all have to.
Except Andrew.
Except, yeah.
Just sits back.
He just sits back as, that's
I don't
right.
need to do the dolphin.
That's right.
No, but did you practice that at all, or did you just go into the studio and they're like, okay, you're singing for Apple Bloom, boom, accent?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. I've been singing my whole life, so Apple Bloom does kind of have sort of a sing-songy voice, you know, when she's speaking too. It's very high, so I just tried to copy what I was doing for the rest of, you know, all the episodes, and yeah, pretty much.
Andrew, have you ever wanted to sing on, you know, on a cartoon?
Ooh. I do want to sing. I do want to do a Shining Armor song. That'd be amazing. Daniel Ingram, who, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Come on, let's do it. But Daniel Ingram, who does the music for My Little Pony and does it for Littlest Pet Shop as well, we go to lunch sort of every Wednesday, and he always asks me, you know, why don't you come in and do demos for songs and stuff? I said, yeah, sure. He was, all right, cool, give me what you got. And I went, Sorry, well, that's the end of that. Kind of like lost it at that point, yeah. But no, I'd like to do a Shining Armor song. I think that'd be really awesome. Yeah.
It would just be like, that's right.
That's right.
Nice.
No? Yeah? No?
Yeah.
That's all I got. Twilight. Is anyone falsetto there?
And that's why we need Daniel to write the music.
Liquid pride.
Oh, nice. Woo! It's just a little bit of liquid pride.
Well, last year I asked the voice actor panel this as well. I'm going to ask it this year at Everfree Northwest, which is you guys are the start and the spreading of a lot of memes. And last year when I asked this question, Tabitha St. Germain said, look, a moose, and now I've seen people cosplaying.
The moose is here, right?
Yeah, there's a
Where
moose
is he?
here somewhere.
There you go, look at
Yeah,
moose!
there you go.
Look, a moose! Woo!
I know it's true for myself and a lot of fans that I know that, you know, that these kinds of, you know, fandom memes work their way into our general conversations, et cetera. Do you ever find that when you're walking around or whatever that you start noticing these kinds of memes now after this fandom, like these kind of internet trends?
Are you a wizard?
Do people walk up to you and ask you that?
No, surprisingly.
Do you walk up to them and ask them that?
No, but maybe I should start.
You should. No, but I mean, before this fandom, I mean, I imagine that maybe the whole concept of an internet meme or an internet popular, you know, trend wasn't really as in the forefront of your concerns, as it were. But now, you know,
I'm very concerned about it now.
yeah, I know. I could see.
Deeply concerned.
You look disconcerted about it.
It's all we think about.
I know.
But I have an audition, but no, I'm kind of concerned about this internet meme, so can I put it off?
I can't get this wizard picture out of my head. It's throwing off my take. No, but I mean, in general, though, now because of the fandom, I guess that's my core question. Because of the fandom, do you find that you're more aware or more conscious of the internet and the sorts of cultural references it makes in daily life? I don't know. I see people like Andrew, for example. I was in a small town in the middle of Minnesota, and one of the baristas at a coffee shop was wearing a Pinkie Pie shirt. I mean, and I would attribute that to the internet. I mean, have you noticed that in Vancouver or in your daily life at all?
Yeah, I
Maybe
guess
not.
this fandom has kind of expanded our knowledge, you know, about the internet and also about like the world. You know, I haven't traveled this much I haven't even traveled this much at all in my entire life, and I'm meeting so many new people, and it's just hearing all your stories is just it's a great experience, and it's very humbling. You know, it's really nice to get to know all you fans, and that's what I like.
I think too, in like in Vancouver, you know, we do a lot of cartoons up there, but a lot of the cartoons, I'd say 99.9% of them don't have conventions or places that they'll fly you and travel you to, and you get to go visit. And so, I guess we're sort of in a privileged position because we're already on the show and we get to do this kind of stuff. But I know that a lot of voice actors, or I would assume that a lot of voice actors in Vancouver would look at a show like this and be more concerned about the memes or wanting to get on just to be able to experience this type of love and this type of fandom, right? So we're so lucky to be on the show, we get to do it. But I think, everybody who's not on it in Vancouver is like, man, I want to get on a show where I travel around and get to meet awesome people and stuff like that. So we're lucky.
we're
lucky
so
like
lucky.
that.
Yeah.
You were there, yeah.
I actually spoke to a Star Trek actor behind the scenes once who told me he really wanted to do a voice on. My
Oh, which
Little
one
Pony.
would that be?
Ooh.
Not John Delancey. He already has a
all
part.
right, that's what
I
I was
actually
going.
think I know. I actually think I know who you're talking about.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say, but anyway.
What?
Look, a moose.
What a tease.
All right, you know what? No, you know
What
what?
a
I'm going to do this.
tease.
Moose it.
No, I'll do this. Here we go.
Okay.
And he's told me, and his agent have both told me that they would love to see this. You guys know who Robert Picardo is?
Nope.
Yeah, his agent told me that he desperately wants to voice Star Swirl the Bearded. How awesome would that be?
It would be awesome.
So you guys should go and tweet that, because maybe with enough momentum, something will happen. You never know. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be.
He's a cool guy.
I never know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the question then, and then I should say this will be my last question before we open it up to Q&A, because I know a lot of you have a lot of questions. There is going to be, well, hopefully we can get one set up, a microphone for question and answer.
There is
there
one
one?
over here.
Wonderful. Okay. If you guys could kindly form a polite line over in that gap over there for questions.
Push, shove, scratch. Push,
Politely.
shove, scratch.
And
push.
is
Politely scratch
Kinero
and push
in
each
here
other,
somewhere?
please.
Yes, he is.
Scratch my.
Somebody get Kinero's attention. Kinero, hi. Okay. Anyway, Kinero from KPNY is going to be moderating, just making sure you guys aren't asking anything too. Make sure also that you remember that these guys can't answer any questions about any material that has not aired yet. Just can't answer those questions.
While we're lining up, I'm going to ask a quick favor, okay? I have this guy who goes around and he finds large groups of people and says that they don't like me. Okay? And it's a joke. It's a good joke. So when I say, "What do you guys think about Grayston?" I want you to boo. Okay? And it's a loving boo, I promise. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to say, "What do you think about Andrew?" Okay? And I want you to cheer as loud as you can. Just really cheer, okay? All right?
You guys willing to cheer for Andrew
You guys
Francis?
ready to do
I
that?
think so.
You ready to do this? It'll be
Yeah.
fun. It'll be fun, okay?
Okay, wait. So I boo for Andrew, right?
No. Boo for Grayston. Okay? He'll be first. Oh, no. Shh.
Boo.
All right, okay. Ready? Hey, guys, what do you think about Grayston? Okay, all right. That was a boo, I guess. And what do you think about Andrew? You've made my week!
Andrew. Keep going.
Oh, yeah! Up above! Yes!
Talk about exploiting a group of people.
You guys are the best. The best. You've made my... We know.
That is probably the most motivational video ever made. You know,
That was
if you're
amazing.
ever feeling down,
Whenever I feel
just
down,
watch
I'm
that.
going to turn that on and just bask in it.
So I was going to ask one quick question before we go to the Q&A, and that is, having belabored over the point of memes, do you guys have a favorite meme or fandom trend that you know of? Like, any kind of like... He's giving
Princess
me
Big Mac is mine.
Princess Big Mac. That was a very good...
I didn't know
Ivy
you'd hit that
Monson
note.
impression.
That was amazing.
I'm really versatile. I'm just waiting for the casting directors to know that.
To pick up on it. Well, that's right. I love that. I mean, that was a great meme. That came out of was that Canterlot?
Yeah, it was Caroline Gardens.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I was sitting next to you on that panel, and you said it once, and I said, if you say that again, it may become a meme. And he goes, really?
And luckily enough, Kathy Westlock went, "And Shining Armor says," and I got a chance to lean in slow and go, That's right. And it stuck, and that was an awesome thing. Yeah.
Has he ever actually said that in the show?
Well, he doesn't. He doesn't. I mean, I can't say too much, but there may be something that's a little bit, I don't know. There's something ishy. There's something that the fans will hear. Look at Moose! They'll hear, and you guys will definitely, you'll know. It's funny. I can't say anything more, though. It's kind of a dead-end story, but...
It's a good. It's
Twiley! I'm sorry, just throwing out keywords now. Okay.
All right. Well, then let's get to the questions. Do we have the first question? And also, yeah, if there are kids in the line, make sure that they can get their questions first. Yeah.
What's it like being part of the cast of My Little Pony?
It's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Best cast ever! Are they gonna make season 5? Ooh.
Look! A moose!
I don't think any of us know that yet.
We hope so, though.
Hope
We
so.
hope so.
Yeah.
We cannot confirm nor deny
Oh,
the existence
of the
or
idea
non-existence
of
of the not idea
potential of
the season 5 or not
maybes
season 5.
that
Okay. Or
Five.
not.
I think you've covered all your bases. Yeah.
I forgot that Michelle is here. She's our lawyer. Gotta be super careful.
I object.
Would you guys like to
Overruled.
see a season 5?
I love that. Haven't seen season 4 yet. Everybody's like, yes! And season 4 was already so good.
That's the power of headcanon. All right.
What is your favorite part about being a voice actor?
Ooh.
Good question. My favorite part of being a voice actor is getting to go and stand in a room with my friends and act incredibly silly into a microphone.
It's true.
Yeah, that's it. Nailed it. Nailed it.
It's super fun.
Yeah. We're very silly. You know, we'll pass notes to each other. You know.
Yeah.
Throw
You and
paper
I-
clips when someone tries to fall asleep on the ground. You just throw paper clips at their face so they wake up.
Put sticky notes on the back. Kick me.
So, to Andrew, how come Shining Armor is a Royal Guard and not a quarterback in football?
Man.
I think he was a quarterback in football, and then he moved on to the Royal Guard. Maybe he blew out his knee on a bad play or something, I think.
Throwing the cheerleaders like footballs.
Say again, buddy? Say again?
Throwing the cheerleaders like footballs.
And then I can only imagine Cadence was probably a cheerleader back in her high school days as well. Thanks for the question, dude.
Michelle Krieber, if you could be the star of any TV show, which would you be? Which TV show would it be?
I always say this. Mike, I think you know what show I'm going to say.
The Office.
The Office. I could be Michael Scott. Toby, why are you the way you are? You just suck. You just suck. You know, every time I try to do something, you just take it away. You just destroy it like a destroying thing. No! No, God, no! No, God, no, please, God, no! 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 I could be Michael Scott.
She could quote
Michelle
almost the
Scott.
entirety of that show, by the way, and does so.
Yeah.
Michelle Krieber, if you could be like, what's your favorite pony other than the Cutie Mark Crusaders?
No pressure.
Oh, no. I don't, I'm just gonna,
You're gonna say me, right?
That was really creepy.
Princess Big Mac. I'm just gonna, you know, you know, I've been dancing. Yeah. You know, I've been dancing for a long time, ever since I was about 2 years old. And I think, you know, when I'm dancing, you know, when I'm in ballet class, I'm really inspired, you know, by the graceful, you know, demeanor of Princess Big Mac. So I think that that's really touched me, you know?
Can we hear like a
really
princess
fetched
yep?
me. Oh.
Yup.
Fantastic.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
It's got a slightly different quality to it. You might not have heard it.
Different tinge, a little bit of a different flavor.
This is for all of you. Have you ever thought of being a voice actor, or do you just go to an audition and boom, you're a voice actor?
Sorry, say that again?
Have you ever thought of being a voice actor?
I think maybe what she's asking, and tell me if I'm wrong here, but I think she's asking, like, when you became voice actors, was it something you had intended to do, or did you just kind of, show up in the studio and they're like, here, you make silly voices. Do it on record, you know?
Yeah, I just kind of showed up when I was a kid, probably maybe about your age, or maybe even a little bit younger, and probably pretty similar for Michelle and Andrew. And they're like, hey, kids, talk into this microphone. And we did. And lucky us, we're still talking.
Yeah.
You never shut up.
I wanted to be a...
In a good way? Go.
Huh? What?
Yep.
Oh, God.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
I was a bit different. I wanted to be in my late teens and early 20s. I really wanted to be a very famous on-camera type movie star, but I put it off because I thought I was too hideous to be on camera. I know, right? I know. Thank you. So I went to an agent and said, well, listen, I can do a bunch of silly voices, and I still want to be an actor, but I don't think I can do movies and TV, which everybody wanted to make me do. And she just said, I'll take you to do voices only if you get headshots and do on camera. And I went, oh, okay. And of course started working on camera right away. And then kept knocking on the door for about 10 more years before I started really working in voice.
So how did you get so good looking?
Age. Yeah. Yeah.
An aged wine.
I started getting good looking when I was a child, about your age, when you started voice acting. I started trying to get good looking.
I think it's the hat.
It worked.
Yeah, without the hat, people just the hat is very stylish.
All right. If you could voice any character that you don't voice already, which character would that be?
I want to make a Pinkie
Yep.
I would voice Fluttershy. Flutter guy. Flutter guy. Flutter guy. Flutter guy.
All right, so my question is, since I know Daniel Ingram does the music, do you get to work with him, and is he fun?
Yeah, totally. He's a bunch of fun. You know, he's always very supportive, and if something's not really right, you know, we're not afraid to say, you know, maybe we could do this. And he's like, yeah, sure, yeah, totally. You know, he trusts our opinions, and he's fantastic to work with, so it's awesome.
I can answer for Pet Shop, and the same answer, yeah. I do get to work with him, and he's great.
He's great at having lunch with me.
It's too bad you don't have a singing voice.
I do, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, even computers can't fix it.
What's your favorite part of working with My Little Pony?
I think it's this, you know? Like... It's a tremendous joy to go to the studio and to go to work and to get to play characters that we enjoy, but I mean, this is a bewildering and marvelous phenomenon that I'll keep saying yes to because it is just fantastic.
Yes,
'Cause
or
you're fantastic. Or ee-wee, or ee-hi, or yeah, or yeah, that's all I got. Ee-da,
Andrea?
see.
Andrea. Andrea, if you had to choose between voicing either Fluttershy or Pinkie Pie, who would you choose?
That's rough.
I missed it.
Ooh, if I had to choose,
Oh, if you had to choose, I don't have to answer that.
I couldn't choose. They're both so awesome.
Remember what I said about the goofy noises?
Keep doing this. I keep doing this.
All right.
Our privacy screen, I keep knocking it with my elbow.
my privacy. My privacy. Goodness gracious.
So my question is for Andrea. How old were you when you first started acting?
I was 6. How old are you?
9.
Hey, get going, girl.
I have kind of 2 questions. The first one is for Andrea and Michelle. How do you feel about having your voice remixed so much? And my other question is, I have 4 cupcakes here. Do you want them?
What kind of cupcakes?
That's a good question. They're chocolate with white icing, and guess what? Canadian sprinkles, because I'm also Canadian.
Ooh. The first question? Oh. I like it. I haven't heard a ton of the remixes, but I did hear a really cool Fluttershy one, and it sounded, I don't normally really like to listen to myself. It's like listening to your voice on the answering machine, but there's like some really cool Fluttershy, and I think they make it sound better. So, yeah, it's pretty amazing what people can do.
Yeah, there's some fun ones out there on YouTube, you know?
So I've been trying to convince her to listen to Party with Pinky. You guys agree? Should she hear it? I don't know if Alex is in the room right now, but he's at this convention, so yeah.
Is that a remix?
It's a yeah, I'll show you.
Okay. All right.
Oh, you want the cupcakes? She wants to know if you want the cupcakes.
I'm okay for now.
I think maybe we should take advantage of that later, you know?
Come find us. Yeah, right now
don't
we're
know.
on
I
breakfast
thank you.
empty
That's very
stomachs.
kind.
Myself on sugar. Ooh. You know, would you agree, Mike? You know, I don't know.
You once were within 5 feet.
That's it.
You were once within 5 feet of a cup of coffee, and I looked in abject horror at your parents and thought, no. No. God, no.
I have a question for Peter specifically. So obviously a lot of what you record is incidental, kind of. It's
Yeah.
a lot of yups and nopes. So something that's been bugging me and I've always wondered is, like, do they bring you in at like the beginning of a season and just like record a pool of those, or do they do like? Is it by episode? Like, I imagine, like, it's like, Peter, we need another yup. Oh, I'll drive all the way over to the studio.
Do they get you in bulk?
Yeah, like wholesale yup, or...
By Cheers, how many people think by Cheers that I come in once for a season and just do everything? And how many people think that I come in every single time? I'm going to tell you, the louder cheer is the correct cheer. Yeah, they actually do. They bring me in every single time. I don't know if it's that they haven't broken down all the scripts and they don't know who they need at the beginning of the season, or if it's just that they really want that unique quality, that specific yup that might arise from a specific occasion.
Well, and
Yeah.
Peter, you don't just voice Big Mac either. I mean, you also voiced Dr. Monitor. You have voiced the train conductor in a few episodes. So, I mean, yeah.
I don't think I've been in an episode where I didn't see you there. Or I've been in an episode, sorry, where I didn't see you at the session. So you come in quite a bit to do a little, like...
Well, that's because you're usually late for things, and sometimes they record me out early.
Fashionably.
Right.
Fashionably.
Yeah, I mean, I do some of those incidental characters like Dr. Monitor or Rarity's dad and stuff like that. But that will often arise because they've brought me in to do a yup, and they say, hey, while you're here, we have this doctor that we need you to do, so could you do that? So that's how I get those jobs usually.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, what's your thoughts on Equestria Girls?
What's the thoughts on Equestria Girls? I haven't seen it yet, but I think it it was fun, I think.
I'm not in it. No, I'm fine. Cadence is.
You already graduated.
That's how I feel. Next question. Bring it.
He doesn't like to be touched. Just kidding.
So first off, Andrew, I loved you in Mega Man.
Ooh, thanks.
I love that show. But I was wondering, I'm not accusing you guys of narcissism or anything, but do you guys ever Google image or DeviantArt your characters or any just general MLP art and to like see what's out there? Because there's tons and tons of art just related to this fandom. Do you guys ever just like, I wonder what Pinkie Pie art has been made?
I do a Google search like that every Friday, because I do Fluttershy Friday, and I always look if it's something's going on. Like last week, I Googled, Fluttershy Friday or Fluttershy and 4th of July or Uncle Sam, and I just see what comes up. So I do it almost every week. There's a lot of really amazing art.
Yeah, I do it pretty frequently too, partly because I love to see the art that gets created, but also partly because I like to keep my Facebook cover photo changed, and I like to put up what you guys are making.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely try to see as much of the fan stuff as possible because it's all so amazing and you guys are just so generous, and I have a whole collection of, Apple Bloom art and Sweetie Belle art at home, and sometimes I look at it and, I'm amazed. I still really don't process how lucky we all are to have you guys, and I want to, I want to send that back to you by, acknowledging your work, and so I definitely try to do that once in a while.
Yeah, for myself, yeah. I mean, like I'll go on and check all the stuff, and I have a little sort of a glass case in my room that I put all the stuff that's given to me and all the little treats that I get. Shrine, yeah. And yeah, I keep all that stuff there, so it's great to see all the sweet stuff that comes out of such an amazing fandom. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for the compliment, man.
Since you've started working on the show, have you ever found yourself doing like in-character shenanigans with your fellow voice actors, either in or out of the studio?
Do we hang out in or out of the studio?
Do you do in-character shenanigans in or out of the studio?
Yeah.
I've seen it happen on panels.
Yeah. We're all very exuberant. We all, have our collection of voices, and we all share them with each other, and we're all crazy and stuff, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
I think something to be aware of is that Michelle is possibly the most mature of all of us.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Her parents are laughing very hard at that statement.
You heard a laugh. Those are the creepers.
The sad part is it's so true. She didn't like that. She's too mature.
Can you make it in the business today with just a character demo reel, or do you need a commercial demo reel as well?
The question, could you guys hear the questions okay? Because we're struggling a little bit. You guys heard it all right?
Yeah, I think I heard that one though. I think that for an animation demo reel, it's kind of two different facets, right? So a lot of times it's easier to sort of get in the business doing commercial stuff because you know it's a one-off commercial. You can go in there, you have a sort of a better chance of maybe booking it opposed to the people who've been doing it for 10, 15 years and know the animation sort of scene better. So you can make it with an animation demo, but I think it's a good idea because the commercial one's probably a little bit even easier to make. It's good to have a commercial one as well. And if you're in the studio doing one already, probably good to do two. Yeah.
I definitely have two. I hated at the beginning doing commercials, and I found them much more difficult than doing animation voices, but my agent insisted that I do a commercial one, and that was my living for a long time, but while I was still trying to break into animation. So yeah, I would do it.
Yeah. Cheers.
If you could give the Cutie Mark Crusaders a cutie mark, what would it be?
Oh, that's funny. I used to get asked that a lot, and then I haven't had that in a while. Oh. I don't know what I would want Album's cutie mark to be, because either I'm gonna get a boo or a yay. So, whoo, pressure. But I think that my cutie mark would probably be a microphone, just because it kind of has, kind of represents everything that I do, voice acting, singing, and being up on these panels and stuff. So that would be my cutie mark.
Cue the yay. Yay!
Cutie.
Cue the yay. Cutie.
I was like, what's a cutie yay?
This is for all four of you. What is your favorite My Little Pony from the whole season, from every single episode, but you can't pick yourself? And I also have some presents if you want one.
Favorite that you can't pick yourself. Favorite character from all of. But you can't pick yourself, Andrea.
I think that Cadence girl is hot.
Remember what I said about starting memes?
I really like Sakura. Yeah.
I like Nebraska Ned, but that's mostly because I like watching Trevor DeBall do the performance in the studio.
Yeah, well, I laugh so much when Tabitha does Granny Smith. It's insane. Half of the stuff that she says doesn't make it into the episode because it's so amazingly random.
Yeah.
But it's a little too random. But it's still perfect. It's just some of the things she's like, oh, meatballs and lights.
Like,
balls.
Tabitha, can you
What is
please
she-
just read the line? Does it again? Nothing about the line gets in there.
And nothing about what she did the previous take either,
Yeah, no.
right?
Yeah,
New.
it's
Normally-
like, oh, feet, oh.
Yeah, crow's feet and bay leaves,
Brilliant.
Yeah, normally we don't really stray from the script in this show, except for that.
Except for that.
Yeah.
I was so excited when I read the script for Family Appreciation Day. I was so excited because I love Tabitha's Granny Smith voice. I'm like, yes.
Super good.
Do you want a present?
Yeah, do you want the presents? She has
Sure,
bracelets and
yeah,
rings.
sure. Bring them on up.
Oh, I have mine.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. There is?
Wow.
Awesome. Thanks. Who said that? Oh, we love you, John Fulner. Everybody, that's John Fulner. I'm going to embarrass him now. He's the head of VIP relations for BronyCon and is a dear friend.
It doesn't fit on Peter's hand, right?
This won't fit on my hand, yeah. Yeah, okay, it's gonna be an earring.
Can someone bring some duct tape over here? Just. Oh, wait, cover that up. Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, cover that up. I'm still on my quest to be handsomer. Will that work?
Gotta put it through your nose.
Get a little oil out of the
Yeah, oil it up.
You guys clearly have a lot of fun making the show, but I'm wondering, are there any lines or scenes in particular that were not fun to record?
I've answered this question and or similar questions before. There's nothing that's really not fun to do. I mean, it's really you get to act, which is what you want to do. I think all of us can agree on that. And then you get to act silly on top of that, which is what you want to do. And so that's more fun. What gets frustrating is every now and then you get a character where your idea of the character and the director's idea of the character are a little bit different, and then you end up in a bit of a struggle. But that's really not that common, right? For the most part, it's just a total lark, completely.
Well, I have an example of a challenging episode, and that was fun, 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 fun. We need about 50 more of those. Fun, fun, fun. And it was just, and it's saying those same things over and over and over again, and just kind of makes your face hurt because it's in the same, but really, it's in the same shape. So that was, I wouldn't say it was not fun, but challenging.
The cadence too, the episode where I had to really get mad at Twilight because she was sort of ruining the wedding, and in the end she was right. That was a little tough just because it's such a silly show and you're having so much fun to actually sort of lay down the law and say things in like an almost mean way. That was a little tough because you have to sort of show a part of yourself that necessarily in a cartoon room you don't really show all that much. So that was a little bit of a stretch. I think that was if there was going to be a rating, that would be the least fun, was getting mad and having harsh words for my sister.
The Schmoopy-Doos were super fun, but they were a really big challenge.
Now every time somebody says fun, I think of Andrew going, fun.
Fun, fun.
It should be like a drinking game. Every time you say fun, drink. You should be quite drunk after that episode.
My question is for all four of you, and that would be if you could choose any character from any show that's ever existed, who would you want to voice for?
I'd like to voice King Julian in Madagascar. This is first class. It's nothing personal. It's just that we are better than you, okay? I love that sad little head.
I have to think about that. Is it strictly voice or?
I'd like to be Mel Blanc. You know what I mean? Because like I have pictures of his characters up on my wall, and like for the way that the talent that guy had, and the way he was able to pop from character to character and have just such a trueness to each character, such a genuine quality while it was just going back and forth. I think I'd want to be him.
I think I would like to do Pinky and or the Brain.
Yes. Love. What are we gonna do tonight, Brian?
I'd like to be the Little Mermaid.
Oh. Can I be Prince Eric?
No. Yes.
First of all, it's good to see half of the Apple family here. I appreciate that. I have a twofold question. One is, what is your favorite episode of the show, period, seasons 1 through 3? And secondly, what is your favorite episode mainly involving your character or characters?
My favorite episode with my character is Party of One.
Yeah, I was gonna say that actually. I was gonna say that.
Serious?
Yeah. I mean, she's talking to a radish. Like, who does that? It's amazing. I love it.
It's good writing.
That's probably my favorite too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's like me after a convention. Woo!
My favorite
So
with my
tired.
character, I think, is probably Lesson Zero. Probably, I quite like that he takes the smarty pants away at the end. I think that's very awesome.
Nice.
Was it just for you?
Oh, I think
Okay, first of all, Andrea, if you can remember Dragon Tales, what was that like?
Definitely. It was good. It was a lot of fun.
Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales. Is that how the song went?
Computers just can't fix.
I only saw it on
just
TV.
Can't fix your voice. The computers are just not good enough.
That was that singing thing again. Ouch. Yeah.
And then Michelle, I caught your name on the Peanuts motion comics. What was that like?
Yeah, that was so much fun. That was my first voiceover project, and we actually recorded it in Dick and Rogers. And Terry, who directs us voice actors in My Little Pony, was also the director. And I also did that project with Claire. So that's how I met her. And yeah, that's how I got introduced to this sort of, the business. So that was really exciting.
And lastly, Michelle, if you could say in your Appleton voice, Nick has your cutie mark, that would be pretty much something really, really special for my first con.
Say again, sorry, my friend?
Could you say in Apple Bloom, Nick has your cutie mark?
Oh, okay, he's talking about a character from a fanfic. Nyx has her cutie mark, is that what you want her to say?
Yes.
Okay, just that phrase, Nyx has her cutie mark.
Nyx has her cutie mark.
Hey. Is Penstroke in the room, by the way? He's at this con, the author of that fanfic. He's here, so I don't know if he's in the room right now. Yep, he's around.
Hey, I have a question about the voice acting field. It's what I really want to get into, except I was wondering if there was any starting advice to get in there, and what is the competition like to be in there?
Well, the competition is fierce. I'm not going to lie. It's really tough to get in. Still feel like I'm trying to get in.
You're in.
I know. Thanks.
You're in.
Where's my card? But it is fierce to get in. Starting advice I think, is act. Get acting anywhere, not voice acting necessarily, but get performing. Get yourself in front of audiences. See if you can make them laugh. Do all that. If you're doing that, then you're on the right track.
Then kind of get your voices together, and I mean, even recording a little demo on your iPhone, you know what I mean? Just record yourself, see how it sounds when you play it back, kind of get your repertoire together, and then try and make a demo, and then go shop it around. Yeah, man, and good luck.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I was wondering, which aspect of the fandom do you find to be most humorous?
Most humorous? The aspect of the fandom that's the most...
Hey, look, a moose! That's pretty humorous.
That guy.
That's pretty humorous. That's the humorous aspect, yeah.
I want that hair. Look at that.
I know.
Work of art.
Yeah.
I think everybody has a great sense of humor, and I guess it's not exactly that I find it humorous, but I just think it's great that everybody is willing to have a good laugh, and that's awesome. So I will laugh with you.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Hi. My question is for all of you. Actually, I have 2 minutes. Do you find yourself taking things away from the characters you play? For example, for McMacintosh, you find yourself instead of saying yes, you might say yup certain times.
Yeah. I do, yeah, sometimes.
And I actually have a little surprise gift for Andrea.
Ooh.
Hi, I don't know about you guys, but I want fun to be my ringtone or something. That'd be great. Us bronies like to cry a lot sometimes. Like, I don't know about me, but I shed manly tears for My Little Pony sometimes.
I think it's called liquid pride. Andrew would know about that.
So what was your most emotional part in My Little Pony in general?
I think it was mine. Definitely was the part where I got mad in that episode. Yeah, that was definitely the most sort of emotional. A lot of times, Shining Arm's very straight. He loves his sister, but he's either handling sort of a games or this or that, or he's sort of in charge. So that was kind of That was, yeah, definitely the most emotion he's done.
I was really
Or Liquid Pride, sorry.
playing Pink Amina was really tough because it was so out of character for Pinkie Pie to be down. So I think that was tough.
I think probably my most emotional was also when I got mad, but that's also the only time I've really displayed any genuine emotion. So it's the other time I was poisoned. So
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Hi, what's a memorable blooper that happened during recording?
I missed it.
Blooper?
A memorable blooper, maybe something when you were recording that you said wrong, that maybe.
It happens so much.
It really does.
Yeah.
That it's not memorable.
In a
It
way.
just
Tabitha
happens
were
all
here.
the time, right?
If Tabitha were here, she could answer that question.
Good. I remember not being able to get a lot of the schmoopy-doos in the first take or two. You know, that was a bit giggly between me and Nicole. But
I think my favorite thing is when Peter tries to be a little bit adventurous with his yups. And you'll
Me
try
too.
something new, and I bet there's like about 102 yups that have just not made it into the show.
So true.
Like,
And then they're like, no, can you
There's-
just, yeah.
can you
there
just
was
do the
one
one
where
that
just-
everybody likes?
he just went, yup. Like,
Valley, yeah?
Yep.
That was awesome.
I do that sometimes. I also do subtext sometimes, like, you know, like, your sister's right. And they're like, no, say yep. Come on.
If you each, for all of you, if you could make your own original character, like your own pony in the show, what would their special talent be? What would their cutie mark and special talent be?
My cousin actually made me a plushie pony, and she made up a cutie mark on it, and it's really cool. It's half of it is like a bass clef for music, and then it makes a heart with a treble clef, and then there's a square root over it for my nerdy engineering side. So I like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I don't know exactly what mine would be, but it would
I
be.
think it'd be this.
It'd be getting handsomer.
With a hat.
Whatever it is.
Yeah,
it's a
definitely-
cutie mark that
This and a
represents
hat.
getting
Wearing a
more and more
fedora.
handsome as life goes on.
I think it'd be a fedora.
Is that? I'd be a what?
You and your fedoras.
Yeah, well, I have to have a hat. Yeah. Yeah.
Mine would be a surfboard.
Have you ever been surfing?
Have I been surfing? Yes.
No.
Yep.
No.
It'd be a surfboard with surfing through wavy blonde hair.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, let's go with that.
All right, and I think we've only got time for about 2 more questions. I'm sorry, guys. I know a lot of you had questions, but we've only got time for about 2 more.
All right, so what was, for all of you, what was the one line that took probably the most times to get right?
Was it Schmoopy-Doo for you?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to keep my answers varied and interesting.
There's some really super, super long paragraphs that keep going on and on and on, and Pinky just talks so fast. So those mess up all the time. Yeah.
Every now and then, surprisingly, it's not the Schmoopy-Doos, I don't think. Every now and then there's a yup that they want just a particular edge on.
So
and
true.
It's like, Terry will joke, he'll go, okay, Peter, just give me 3, and then I'll record 3 in a row, and then he'll be like, can you do 3 more, and just, it just needs to be a little more, and then I'll end up doing like 12. And you never get 12 takes, really, never. So, sometimes.
I think along with what Andrea said too, like this sort of getting mad at cadence thing, there had to be sort of, like you're saying a lot of words in a row, and it has to be one sort of flow. And so that one took a little bit, and it also had to have the right sort of feeling. It had to be still loving but upset, or sorry, not to Cadence, sorry, to Twilight, It had to be sort of, upset but still loving, and it had to find sort of a balance. And so we sort of did that a few times because it builds quite by the end. And so, yeah, we definitely took a couple tries at that to make sure that it was sort of the right flavor, the right feeling for that moment.
I have one.
Oh. There's a cute thing here today, and every pony in my class will be there. And all of the cutie mark, but I want to get my cutie mark, but I'm not good at selling apples, but I really want to go to, but I really want to go to the party, but how can I go to the party if I'm not good at selling apples and some big sisters? I want to buy
I don't think I've ever gotten it right except for the one take that went into the show.
All right, I think this has to be our last question because of time, guys, so.
If you could go back in time before the first episode of the first season and tell your past self what would go on with like the brony phenomenon. I forgot the word.
I wouldn't want to. I honestly wouldn't want
you're-
to because you know what? It's been such a delight to discover it. I wouldn't want to ruin it for my past self.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No spoilers.
Nice answer.
Okay, guys. Let's give a big round of applause for these guys. Andrea Libman, Peter
Thanks,
New,
guys.
Michelle Krieber, and Andrew Francis.
That's right.
Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing.